getting an attitude with them. Like, why? This is your job. You're a bartender. Like, if you don't like it, go find you something else to do. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, and thank you guys for watching and tuning back in. So today, I was just like, I haven't treated myself to a date, and that's mandatory now for me to treat myself on a date. And so I haven't treated myself to a date. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to head on out to treat myself to a date. And so I don't know where I'm going. I have a couple of places on my try new restaurants that I have, so I'll probably just pick one of those. But yeah, and plus I'm show y'all what I have on today. It's a beautiful, I'm talking about beautiful fall day here in the A, and I didn't feel like doing my hair, so I just put this hat on. And yeah, so it's a beautiful day in the A, and I'm about to get out and just enjoy this weather. It's a little bit windy, but I'm bringing along a coat. This is the fit for today that I have on. The dress, oh, let me tell y'all a little backstory about the dress. This dress is out of my element because I have nothing like this. But I picked it up because of the colors, and I'll be like, you know what? I can wear this on a beautiful fall day, which is today. It's very, very pretty outside. So I love the colors and the details, you know, like a little baby doll dress. So yeah, I like it. It's something different. I don't have anything in my closet like this, and that was another thing. And I was like, I can wear it with some knee-high boots. So the dress is from Goodwill. My sunnies are from Free People. The hat is from Ross. And my boots from the Goodwill. So yeah, this is the fit that I have on today. So, and my my bag is from Cole Haan. So yeah, just a little something, something.
In 2 miles, take exit 8 onto Mansell Road toward Alpharetta.
I start? Well, I'm back at home from my quote unquote day date. I can't say that I did enjoy myself. I went to Cooper's Hawk. They're here in Atlanta. I know they have them in like several other different states, but they finally put one here in Atlanta. It's in Alpharetta. So that was on my list of restaurants to try. So I tried it out, well, first of all, let me just say this. Okay, so I got there, like, it's nice. The ambiance, very nice. So I got there, and then when you go in, you can, I guess, what they have, like the wine tasting, you can have their, taste the different wines or whatever. So I walked on through, and I sat at the bar. It's like a different other area where you can sit at the bar. It's like they have like different sections of restaurants and stuff. I'm sorry, not restaurants, but different seating areas. So I walked in, and I sat at the bar, and I could just tell that the bartender, the vibe was off. I mean, you could feel it. So I sits down, and she's having a bad day or whatever, and so I sits down, and there's no greeting, there's no hey, how you doing, is this your first time here? No customer service at all. You can tell she had an attitude. So finally, I'm just sitting there at the bar, and it takes a minute for her to acknowledge that I'm even there. So before I sit down, it's like already like people that's there. I guess it was like maybe they, lunch break or not. I don't even know. I ain't gonna say lunch break because they was drinking, but maybe it was a group. So they was already there. And so then it was me, and like I said, she didn't even acknowledge me right off. So it took her a minute. So when she finally do decide to acknowledge me, it was just like she gets the menus and stuff first, and she puts them down, and she was like, can I get you anything? First of all, you give me like 4 different menus, because it's like a happy hour menu, like a dinner menu, and like a wine menu, and it's like another menu. So instead of her just telling me what the different menus are, and so happened I went on the website and I seen that it was happy hour from 3 to 5. So I asked her, I said, so is this dinner or lunch? She was like, it's dinner. And then she goes on to say, well, we do have some like specials or whatever because it's happy hour. Like, and just it ticked me off, because like, this is your job, whatever. Explain to me, ask if you've been here before, so you can know, what to do with the customer, how to go about explaining, what's what. So, but anyway, so I went ahead and ordered me a drink. And so this other lady, she comes in, and, we speak or whatever. So it took a minute for her to acknowledge her. So then, like, the lady, she felt it. She looked at me and was like, and I'm like, yeah, I was like, she's on one today or whatever. She was just like, what's up with the attitude or whatever. So anyway, it got so bad that by the time she gave me my drink or whatever, no, I told her that I wanted a drink, and she was, making a drink or whatever. And I don't think she still acknowledged the lady, because she was just sitting there or whatever. I think she did find, no, I don't even think she gave her menus. So then the lady, she just proceeds to get up, and she left. So then I went ahead and ordered my drink. She brought me out my drink, and then it's like a lady and a man and two men and a lady. They came or whatever, and she did the same thing to me or whatever. To them, she did the same thing to them as she did to me and the lady that was sitting beside me or whatever. So it's Veterans Day. So of course, different restaurants are going to be having like free drinks and food for the veterans. So the man was like, he's a veteran. What special do you have or whatever? She was like, oh, well, you can get a free glass of wine. So then he was like, well, what type of free glass of wine? So she goes, any type of free glass of wine. So I think he said something about a Cabernet or whatever, like what type of Cabernets you have. And she looked at him and paused, and the guy was like, and then she goes on to say, anyway, she just had an attitude or whatever. And so another two men came in and they sat beside me, and she did the same thing to them. So everybody could feel her tension at the bar, because everybody was looking around like what's up with her or whatever. So then one of the men was like, what you do to her, because she had an attitude. And I started laughing. I was like, this been going on. So anyway, so I heard her over talking to one of the other waitress, and what had happened was she got ticked off because somebody called in and she had to come in. One of the managers called her to come in. But the thing about it, she didn't have to come in. So anyway, I went ahead and ordered me like some sliders or whatever, because my vibe was off. And remind you, I would have gotten up and left, but I drove 44 minutes to get the Cooper's Hawk. No, I was going to stay. And I was going to make the best out of it. So that's what I did. You know what I mean? Despite, the bartender having a nasty attitude. So, and at first I wasn't going to tip, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I tipped her or whatever when I finished. I asked her for my tab. So I did tip her, because I'm not like that. Even though she gave horrible, bad customer service, had an attitude, nasty, rude, all the things, I still tipped her. And so I wasn't going to say nothing. At first I was like, no, I'm going to tell the manager or whatever. But I'm like, no, I'm going to say something. I'm going to let them know what type of people that's working for them. Because, these big corporations, they need to be held accountable. And I feel like it wasn't the first time that she has did that to customers. But I feel like, I was probably the first one that decided to, go tell on her to a manager. So anyway, that's what I did. I went and asked for a manager. And first, I think it was like an assistant supervisor or whatever. I told her everything. And she was like, she apologized or whatever, because I told her this was my first time there. I was excited about the experience, but I didn't enjoy my experience because of what happened. I told her that I drove 44 minutes. Anyway, she apologized. She asked me what type of wine do I drink, and I told her, I don't like the dry wines. I like something that's sweet. So anyway, she told me to hold on, because she was going to get the manager that was there, whatever. And she wanted me to tell her about my experience or whatever. So she comes over or whatever, and I tell her the same thing I told the assistant supervisor. And, she apologized and everything like that. And come to find out, she said that they was going to speak with her, because this wasn't the first time that they have heard this. I guess they have had several complaints of her attitude or whatever. And so yeah, and so the messed up part is, like, I guess, like, the other waitresses that was serving the people that was sitting down, you know, they came up to her, because I guess that's the only bar. So they was coming up to her and asking her to make the drinks for the customers that was sitting there. And she was getting an attitude with them. Like, why? This is your job. You're a bartender. Like, if you don't like it, go find you something else to do. So, but anyway, so they apologized or whatever, and they gave me a free bottle of wine. So let me see what they gave me. So this is what they gave me. So I can't wait to try it. But it still doesn't matter about the free bottle of wine. The point is, she was rude and nasty, and I was perturbed, but I still enjoyed my day, put it like that. I still enjoyed my day. So, but like I said, you know, you have to hold these companies, these big companies, accountable. So, and I'm still going to go on Google Review and write a bad review about my experience. And I know her name because her name was on, I kept my receipt, and her name is on the receipt, and I'm going to say her name. So yeah. But anywho, but other than that, I still enjoyed my day. Like I said, the weather was so pretty. It was so beautiful outside. The sun, it was out. It was kind of windy, but not too bad or whatever. I took me a light jacket, but I didn't wear it. But other than that, I still had a good day. So yeah, so today was just like a spend the day with me, like just taking the time out for myself, being by myself, enjoying my own company, doing something that I love, trying a new experience. And yeah, so that's it. So thank you guys for watching. And with that being said, I'm getting ready to log off. And always remember to be kind to yourself, and most importantly, be kind to others. Mwah.